Hey, what's going on? Luke here, and we are already into the finals of the 2022 Rugby League World Cup, and I thought it'd be fun to jump on to Rugby League Live 4, take all these sides that I've gotten off the fan hub, thanks to everybody who has made them. I've also kind of created a few of the players themselves and added them in, just sort of fine-tune the squads, and I'm going to go into Rugby League Live 4, and I'm going to see who Rugby League Live 4 thinks is going to win the Rugby League World Cup. Now, I've done this in the past with Rugby League Live 4 in terms of the NRL, and I don't think they've got it correct once, but it'd be interesting to see where they sort of think Australia and New Zealand are going to end up, and, you know, maybe even England as well, because I feel like this game is quite unpredictable. So I feel like naturally, like in my opinion, I think Australia is going to end up winning the World Cup. But it'd be interesting to see if, I don't know, maybe a Tonga or Samoa or someone can make it through to the finals, considering they do have a really, really good squad on paper. So maybe Rugby League Live 4 standards, maybe they will be one of the better sides. But we're about to find out. We're about to jump onto Rugby League Live 4. We're about to see who they think is going to win. Alrighty, you can see we're on Rugby League Live 4. I've just made like a custom competition. That's the only way I can really do it. And we're just going to simulate some of the games. Now, I'm not going to be simulating exactly what they give us. I think I made like a league. So I've got every team to play each other twice. And basically, I'm just going to go through, find whatever fixture is supposed to be played, simulate it, and then just move on manually. This isn't going to be through Rugby League Live 4. I'm just going to be doing it myself. So just bear with me on this one. And by that, I mean, say the Kangaroos take on the Kiwis in like the semi-finals. I'd go through and I'd simulate this game. Then whoever wins would move on to the grand final. I would do it manually, and then I would end up going through, finding whoever ends up playing, and then I'd simulate that game. So this isn't like a tournament set up through Rugby League Live 4. As you can see, there is a ladder. So weird way of doing it, but it's always been the way I've done it on Rugby League Live 4 because it's super hard to actually schedule these games. So kind of have to do it this way. Also, if you're wondering how I'm keeping track, I've actually gone ahead and I've wrote up something here on a little whiteboard. So that's how I'm kind of keeping track of who's playing who. So I've went ahead and I found the Kangaroos up against Lebanon, and this is an upset. This is an upset and a half. Australia have been knocked out, according to Rugby League Live 4. This week, Lebanon picking up the victory, and I need to remind you too, the Kangaroos side, very, very good. I've gone through and I've actually made these sides. Like, it's not like Lebanon has all these 90 rated players or something. They dead set have some like 50 odd rated players in this team that was actually playing. And we can see the prop here, Rami. I don't even know if that's exactly how to say his name, but they picked up the victory, 12-10. Mitchell Moses and Adam Dewey with Jacob Kraz at fullback doing the work for Lebanon. Josh Mansell as well, the source. What a victory and what an upset. Australia out in the very first elimination game. Maybe that's what's going to happen when you pick Cherry Evans over Nathan Cleary, even leaving Ben Hunt out. How do you leave Ben Hunt out? Seriously. Now into the next game, which is New Zealand up against Fiji. The winner will play Lebanon. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? Brandon Wakeham, the Bulldogs' Brandon Wakeham. I don't even know he's at the Bulldogs next year. A 16-2 victory for Fiji. What is happening? When I was scrolling through and I was looking at some of the reverse fixtures, like when Fiji were the home side, whatever, like New Zealand won, but I'm going with the exact one. New Zealand up against Fiji. This is what it's listed as. And Fiji have picked up the victory. Fiji and Lebanon into the semi-finals. Australia and New Zealand knocked out arguably the two strongest side, in my opinion, by quite some distance in terms of like on paper. Like once again, Fiji got a very, very good side. Let's take a look at some of the guys they've got. Like Wakeham he's like a reserve grader. Taruva is a guy who's sort of finding his feet, but like the four pack, like, you know, Sivo's pretty good, but Coruscant and Kickout are the real standouts. But at the same time, the rest of the side, and even Kamakamika is another one, but the rest of the side are kind of guys who are like reserve graders. So the fact that they've just beaten the New Zealand side, you can see on the left there, all of the guys are playing. Sofa Solomon didn't even get on, but they have won, and they won convincingly, 16-2. Rugby League Live 4, man. I don't know if this is like, is this an omen or is this just a bad look for Rugby League Live 4? I think it's a bad look for Rugby League Live 4, but we'll see how they're going because all the minnow sides are picking up the victories. Now, the next game is England up against Papua New Guinea. Surely we're not going to see another upset. Dead set. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. England being knocked out as well. So England, Australia, and New Zealand have all been knocked out. PNG, great side. Alex Johnson's there. I used them a couple of days ago and actually played with the side, and it's quite a good side, but how would they just beat England? I don't understand that. I really... at home too. Crazy. Crazy. So, literally, Tonga and Samoa, like, all of the big guns are out. We've got Tonga and Samoa up next. Lachlan Lamb leading the Kummels to a Rugby League World Cup semi-final. I just, like, Lebanon and Fiji, and then we've got PNG as well. I just, like, it almost makes me want to redo this video. This just seems super unrealistic, but this is Rugby League Live 4 for you. Super unrealistic and super random. Now moving on to the last game. This is probably the most realistic sort of one. 12-14 is the scoreline. Samoa picking up the victory. I feel like that could definitely happen. Fanua Blake and Talakai scoring for Tonga. We've got Milford, Papali'i, and Targo scoring for Samoa. It's really goal kicking sort of keeping it a little bit closer, but At least that one was a close one. That kind of represents what I feel like the game will actually be like in real life. But Samoa moving on to take on PNG. I just can't believe this. I feel like everything says out of all these ones, I feel like Samoa is going to be the strongest one. I mean, looking at their side, like, look, Milford, Luai, Tago, Linu, Papali'i, so like, it's a really, really good squad. But like, even like the Tonga side right there, very, very strong. There are weaknesses. Like, Dave Fafita was coming off the bench for them. They've got a very, very strong side. But I can't pick this one. Like, naturally, I would have said Australia or New Zealand probably wins this, or even England. But now we've got PNG up against Samoa, and we have Lebanon up against Fiji. It's a toss-up. I really don't know who's going to win. So now we're moving on to the next game. It's going to be Lebanon up against Fiji. Let's go ahead and find this game. Okay, this is very, very interesting, and I think this actually would happen if they played in real life. We have Lebanon picking up the victory. Abbas Miski. I can't remember who he plays for. Is he a guy who plays for Manly, possibly? Reece Robinson scoring as well. The Source as well. 16-4 victory. Taruva from the Panthers picking up a try for Fiji. But a pretty clear-cut win there. Lebanon moving on to the Rugby League World Cup final. What is happening? Who's even like the standouts? Like, just having a look. Where is like Mitchell Moses? Is he? Look, he's not even like starring for them. Kraz as well. The big names aren't even starring for them. Dewey is kind of there. Or Duahi, apologies. I think he's changed pronunciations. But like the big guns aren't even firing for these sides. Like Kickout played pretty good for Fiji, but they're not even firing and they're picking up victories. Lebanon into the Rugby League World Cup Grand Final. What is happening? Even crazier is they're going to be playing Papua New Guinea or Samoa. And once again, like, I need to stress this. Like, I haven't modified these, like, ratings and made, like, Papua New Guinea and Samoa have all these, like, 90 rated players, or Lebanon have this, like, 99 rated player. They straight up just have what I normally use in game. So, like, a Mitchell Moses would be rated, like, 88 or something. Like, they're not rated crazy. Like, Karaz is probably, like, 81 or something, because, like, that's what he had, that's what I would have had him at when he was playing at the Bulldogs. So, I can't explain to you why this is happening, but once again, just Rugby League Live 4 doing Rugby League Live 4 things. Let's move on to the other game. And here we have it. I would deem this an upset. Honestly, I really would. I know Samoa got 60-odd points put on them by England, but I would actually deem this an upset. Papua New Guinea moving on to the grand final. 8-6 victory over Samoa. Taylor May scoring for them. Justin Olam, really, it was a penalty goal. Reece Martin getting them home. And you're probably also thinking, like, what's up with the scorelines? It's just because Rugby League Live 4 defaults to, like, whatever my normal settings are, I guess. So the simulation games are never going to be like your 32 20s and all that sort of stuff. Kind of what we've been seeing in Rugby League World Cup is all these high score lines. So this is definitely not the case. It's unrealistic, but this is what this whole video has been. Super unrealistic. We have Lebanon up against Papua New Guinea in the grand final. Who's going to win? We're about to find out. And there you have it. Papua New Guinea Kumals have won the Rugby League World Cup, according to Rugby League Live 4. Is it going to happen in real life? Absolutely not. There's no way. There's literally no chance. Them up against Lebanon in the final, I would love to say the odds to that. It's crazy to me as well. Mitchell Moses finally standing out for Lebanon, and they don't even win. They don't kick any of the goals. Moses scored a try, Kazi as well. We have Gebby and Olam. Big dog Olam. Love Justin Olam. And Reece Martin kicking the goal there, which pretty much gets them the win. Papua New Guinea up against Lebanon in the final, and then Papua New Guinea wins. For perspective, go through. This is how I've done it. Like, you go through, you can see the league table sort of thing. PNG lost 2 of their games. 2 of their games all up. You can see here, Samoa ended up in the elimination game, but they came last, same as Tonga. Like, you can look, the big dogs, Kangaroos, 3 Lions, England, and the Kiwis all were in, like, the top 4. Meanwhile, the actual final of Lebanon and the Kumals, like, PNG nearly clean sweeped everybody. Like, who did they actually... Like, if I just simulate this, who did they think would win? If I just simulate all of it... how do I do this? Simulate. There we go. Yeah, like, Papua New Guinea still win this one. They win 14-0 against the Kangaroos. Like crazy. Like, at least this one, Kangaroos and Kiwis actually made it through. And Tonga made it through, like, somewhat realistic there. But, like, how? Even looking at some of, like, the stats and all that, like, top try scorer Alex Johnson is right up there for PNG. You got Gabby as well. But it's kind of still spread out a little bit, and it kind of doesn't reflect how dominant PNG are on Rugby League Live 4, at least. Like, who did they actually lose to, though? They lost a couple games. Who did they lose to? Like they just beat New Zealand there. Like, they beat Fiji. Like, everything is Kumals win. Kumals win. Kumals win again. They don't win here. Okay, is this it? This is it. They lost to New Zealand. So New Zealand are one of the teams who beat them. I'm going to take it probably England or Australia is the other one, but let's go ahead. Can I find that? Kumals. Once again, here we go. This is the other one. England beat them by 1 point. So their 2 losses in this whole league thing were England and New Zealand, yet they were 2 of the sides that got knocked out in the first round. Makes 0 sense. But guys, that is Rugby League Live 4 for you, and that's going to be the end of this video as well. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Hopefully you found some entertainment in that. You get to see a Papua New Guinea Lebanon grand final. And if it happens in real life, you can come back to this video and you can say, bloody oath, Rugby League Live 4, you're on the money there. But guys, hopefully you did enjoy that one. If you did, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also make sure to use the notification bell. Don't rely on the sub boxes. Use the notification bell and never miss any of my videos. Also while you're at it, go ahead and chuck me a follow on social media. It's on the screen right now. It's Mr. Luke and YT for the most part. My Facebook's Mr. Luke, but everything else including Snapchat, including TikTok is Mr. Luke and YT. Give me a follow and give me an ad. And guys, that's how I'm going to end things here. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content on the channel. I really didn't think this video was going to go how it went, but hey, we've got plenty more Rugby League Live 4 content to be made, and I will be doing that on the World Cup, so there you go. That's me over and done with this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See yous!